Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for coming to our live Thursday webinar today. We are really, really lucky because we have an amazing presentation from Chandra Schmidt, who's here with us today. She will be speaking about using the Family Search community, an online resource that helps people interested in family history connect with each other worldwide. And so we're really excited to learn from her. An interesting thing that I love her background story. In 2020, when everything was shut down all over the world, that's when Chandra first became interested in genealogy because she was helping her husband with his line and just became addicted and passionate about it. And from there, did more and is getting accredited right now. So Chandra is an intern genealogist at the Family Search Library. She holds an associate's degree in family history research from BYU, Brigham Young University, Idaho. And she is currently working toward her accredited genealogist credentials, specializing in the South Central United States region. And we are so lucky to have her today to help guide us. As a reminder, tell us, this is live. We want to hear from you. Tell us wherever you're watching this. It's on our Facebook, it's on X, it's on Instagram, it's on all sorts of different places, YouTube. Tell us where you're watching from. We would love to connect with you and hear more from you. So tell us where you're from and definitely put your comments and your questions in the stream so that we can have Chandra answer them. And if you're watching the replay, please submit your questions anyway, because we can get to them after the fact. These will live on our social media platforms even after this live is over, so we can get to your questions later. So with that, I'm going to leave Chandra to it. And thank you again, Chandra, for being with us today.
Yeah, no problem. Okay. So as she said, this webinar is on the Family Search community. So our webinar objectives today is we're going to learn how to navigate the Family Search community. We're going to learn how to ask a question within the Family Search community. We're going to learn how to find news and information on the community, how to find a group and how to join groups, and also how to post and answer questions within those groups. So what is the Family Search community? It is a gathering place for people who are researching in similar geographic areas. It's also a place to ask questions about Family Search. There's questions about the products that we have, about searching, all sorts of different things. It's also a place to get product support. So if you're using one of our products, you can find a group and get support for that product. You can also share your own knowledge with others by looking through the questions that are there. And you can also get document translation help, which is, I think, one of the biggest aspects of the community is getting those translation helps for free. All right, so let's dig in. All right. So you can get to the Family Search community homepage in two different ways. The first way is if you're here on the Family Search .org page, then what you'll want to do is you want to go up to this question mark at the top right corner. It'll open this help pop-up box. And then down here, you'll see a link that says community. So you just click on that and it'll take you to the community page. Another way you can get to the community is by opening up a new tab, and you're going to type in community.familysearch.org. And that'll take you to the community page also. So once you're on this main page, you will need to sign in. Oh, I'm already signed in. This will use the same sign-in information that you use for your familysearch.org account. So you don't need to sign up for a new account. It'll be the same familysearch.org account. You can browse the community without signing in, but in order to ask questions or post in groups, you do need to be signed in. All right, so here at the top of the page, you can see that we have 5 icons or 5 tabs, and then we have 5 icons here on the right-hand side. So the icons up here, or the tabs, is we have the Family Search logo. If you click on that, it will take you back to familysearch.org homepage. So when you're done exploring the community, you can easily get back to your research. Then we have the Community Home tab. This tab will always bring you back to this homepage. So no matter where you are on the site, just click on this, it'll get you back to this main page. Then we have Ask a Question. We have Community News, and then we have our Groups tab. So if you can see, these 3 tabs are also repeated down here on these main page tiles. So now notice, as we're going up to this upper right-hand corner, we have some icons up here. So this first icon is a globe, and this is where you can you can switch the language for the community page. We have English, French, German, Japanese, Italian, Korean, Portuguese, Spanish, and Chinese. So if you speak another language, we got you covered. We also have this help question mark, and this will open up that same help box that was on familysearch.org. Then we have this bell icon. This is a notification place where you will find quick alerts and reminders. So if I click on it, I have a couple notifications that I have been mentioned in some of these group messages. So that's where you can find that. And then we have this envelope, which will give you detailed messages from groups you've joined. If I click on that, you can see that I have a welcome message from a group that I joined. And then if you click on your picture or your profile, you'll be able to get to your account information to change your settings or other account activities. All right, here we have in this middle, you can see it, the search bar. And this, if you click on here, you can do a keyword search to find information within the community. So we're going to try a search together. So I'm going to click in the search bar, and I'm going to type the word England, if I can spell it correctly. There we go, and hit enter. Okay, notice we have all these filters up here. So if you click on the all, this will give you all the posts or questions or anything that has the word England in it. Here we have England and Wales. We have the New England group. So it's just going to have the word England in it somewhere. If you click on the post, this will filter it to just the posts that have the word England in it. If you click on places, this will give you the groups that have the word England in it. So we have a group for New England research, and we have a group for England research. We can click on events, and this is an event for New England. So this is an event that's coming up, it looks like October and November of 2025. If that's something you're interested in, then you would click here on the title, and it will give you more information about this event that's coming up. Let's go back a page. And then if you click on this members tab, this will give you all of the users within the community that have the word England in their name. So that is how to do a keyword search. We're going to go back to, the community home. All right, so this is where we're going to have a little audience participation. If there's a keyword search you would like me to search for, we can do a quick search. So drop a keyword in the comments and we'll see what we can search for. So does anybody have a place they want me to search? Do you see anyone, Erin? Ah, Kentucky, we have one. Awesome. Perfect. All right. So here's a bunch of things for Jeffersontown, Kentucky. Kentucky naturalization records, if you're interested in that. Here's a question if someone was living in Kentucky and Arkansas. And let's look at places. So there isn't a place just for Kentucky research. You would probably want to do a US research group. See if there's any events, no events. And oh, we have a couple people with Kentucky in their username. So that was kind of fun. Thank you for doing that. Let's see, someone wants immigration. Let's do immigration really fast. All right. There's one about can't find the immigrant, a glitch editing an immigration event. So there's posts, places. Obviously, there's not going to be any groups about immigration that you would just want to do that in a geographic area. And then you can look through some of these. Here's one that's just immigration. All right, thank you for contributing that. So we're going to go back to the community home and keep going. All right, so along with these tabs at the top and these main tiles, you can see here there's a menu on this right-hand side. So let's go over these. These are called the quick links. So first one we have is the Community Code of Conduct. Click on that. It will take you to a new page. This is a good place to find the rules and acceptable behaviors for the Family Search community. So before posting, it's a really good idea to look up the rules of what can and cannot be posted. I know they're really careful about posting living people's names, so you want to make sure you're reading through that. So we're going to go back to the community here. The next one we have is Contact Us. And this page will give you a way to contact the Family Search support. So we're going to click, since I live in the US, we're going to click on United States and Canada. And here we have a phone support number. So just to note that this number is to the support desk. It's not to the physical library in Salt Lake. So this is just for support. You can also do it in Spanish, it looks like here. And then there's an email address that you can use if you prefer communicating through email. If we keep scrolling down, we'll find a couple other help options down here. So if you click on Find In-Person Help, this is going to take us to a place where we can search if there's a Family Search Center near you. So you can click on a zip code or put an address in there. I'm going to click on this. And yeah, you can see there's a bunch of areas here in the Phoenix and Mesa, Arizona area that has a lot of Family Search Centers. So you can click on one and it'll tell you where that is. So this one's in Tempe. Here we have one in Mesa, and it gives you the hours. Awesome. So let's go back. Okay, here's another little area where we can have some audience input. If you want to give me your zip code, then we can search to see if there's a center near you. So just put it in the chat if you have a zip code you want me to search. Or a place, we can do Virginia. Is there a city in Virginia that you would like me to search? If we do just Virginia, we're going to get the whole state. There we go. All right, so here's Virginia. If I scroll, let's see if I can scroll in. So there we go. Yeah, so it's quite a few centers. So we have these green are centers, and I believe that this orange is affiliate libraries. So they will have some Family Search features there. Awesome. Let's do one more. I'm going to go back page. And I did see a zip code 40019. Let's see where this is. Oh, we have Kentucky. Awesome. So we have a couple centers here in the green and then some affiliate libraries here. So it looks like New Albany Floyd County Public Library will have some family search features within that library. Awesome. Thanks for your input. And if you want to search those that I didn't get to, you can go to the community and search for yourself. Okay, we're going to go back to the community. I lost myself here. Just 1 second. Go back one more. Okay, so also we're still in this support help area. So we have this getting started. If you click on there, this is a place where you can find a lot of articles and other activities to help you get started in Family Search if you're a new user to Family Search. Let's go back. And then right here we have community. If you click on that, it's going to loop us back to our community page. All right, so the next thing we're going to look at is we have free research consultation. This is amazing. So if you click on this, you will be able to get a free, you can sign up to get a free 20-minute genealogy research session with a specialized genealogist. It has different regions you can choose from. You can also do a DNA research session, and this one's actually going to be 40 minutes because DNA is a little more complicated. So click on here. All the instructions on how to do this will be here on the left-hand side of the page. We're going to go back to the community. Next, we're going to click on Get More Help. And here we have our help and learning page. Here we have classes, videos, articles on many different aspects of family history research. So click on here if you want to learn more about researching your family. All right, back to the community page. So after Get More Help, we have links for my bookmarks, my discussions, my drafts, my groups, and suggest an idea. So we're going to dive into these a little bit later as we learn about asking questions and about the different groups. Okay, under the quick links also, you'll notice that we have Ask a Question, Community News, and Groups, which is repeated from these three up here and these three main tiles. So there's 3 different ways you can get to those main aspects of the community. Also, if you scroll down a little bit more, you'll see this called popular tags. So when you include a tag in a question or a post, it makes it searchable by others. So these tags reflect the various subjects that are posted on the Family Search community. They are clickable, and so you can see all the posts that are under that subject. So let's try one. We're going to click on Family Tree. So under this, there are many different posts. We have 1,000 pages of posts, so you can scroll through these different pages to get different posts. So we'll go back to the first page. And then if you want to see the whole post, so I'm going to pick this one. It's how do I correct or inform someone of a spelling error in a name? So if you're interested in looking at that, then you're going to just click on that title and it'll open up the whole post. This person is saying that they believe a record to be incorrect, and they've actually given us a link to that record where we can find it. And then you will have answers that people have given. And if you feel like you have an answer, you can type that answer here into the comment box and then post the comment. So let's get back to the community homepage by using this tab up top. The last thing I wanted to point out is here in this middle section, right here, you'll be able to see that there are discussion previews. You can sort through these, by clicking on this sort. You can sort by trending. Trending are discussions that have been recently viewed. Top, if you pick top, the top is going to give you the ones that have been viewed the most. And then, of course, new, if you click on new, it will, and I don't know why they disappeared. See if we go back to trending, if they pop back up again. Nope. Okay, we found a little glitch. That's okay. We click on here. Let's see if it'll reset it. There we go. So like I was saying, trending is the ones that have been seen most recently. Top are the ones that have been viewed the most, and then new will be the ones that were posted most recently. And you can kind of see right here, there is a time or a date of when that was posted. All right, so we're going to go back to, we are on the main page. All right, so now we're going to dive into some of the main features of the Family Search community. So we're going to go into Ask a Question. This is going to be where you're going to ask questions about any kind of topic you can think of. So this is divided into subcategories. We have general questions. So if you're not really sure where your question fits in, you can just post it in this general question area. We have Family Search Center. This is where you can ask about family search centers in your area, kind of that same, search that we did with the zip code. Here you can ask specific questions. We have Get Involved in Indexing. If you're working on any volunteer activities, this is a good place to ask questions about those activities. So if you're an indexer, this would be a place for you to ask questions. We have the Family Search Account. This is any questions regarding your account settings with Family Search. If you're having a hard time getting in, or if you need to switch a password, this will be where you can get those answers. We have the Family Tree. So this is a place to ask questions about the worldwide tree on FamilySearch.org. We have Search. Search is where you can ask questions about searching historical records on Family Search. So there are many ways to search for records. So this is a really great place to ask if you feel like you were stuck finding a record. Then we have Memories. Memories on Family Search are items such as photos, stories, documents, audio files that are attached to your relatives on FamilySearch.org. So if you need help uploading or editing those or sharing those, this is where you can find that help. Then we have Suggest an Idea. And this Suggest an Idea is also at the bottom of these quick links. So there's two places to get to it. This is a service that you can submit your ideas or give feedback to FamilySearch.org. Let's click on it and I'll kind of show you that. So it's going to tell you what Suggest an Idea is. This is not a place where you're going to report bugs or errors or complaints. Okay, and there are other places to do that. You can put that in Ask a Question category. There's details on instructions on what you can suggest. And then you would want to fill in this form right here. So this isn't an open page where you can just place anything. You will be filling out a form if you have an idea for FamilySearch.org. But this is a place where representatives are going to, from FamilySearch.org, are going to be participating in these feedback areas. So that's a really great idea if you want to contribute to Family Search. All right, let's go back to Community Home. Actually, we are on Ask a Question. So you talked about Suggest an Idea. Here's a place where you can ask questions in other languages other than English. And then we have blog comments. So this section is used for providing feedback and reporting any abnormalities within the Family Search blog. So did you know that there was a Family Search blog? So if you want to check out our blog, you just need to type in familysearch.org/blog. And then that blog is a really great place to find articles about Family Search and family history. So check that out. We don't have time to explore that today, but that would be a great place to find more information. Okay, so I'm going to talk about this following button right here. So most of these categories, you're going to have a follow button. This button will help you to get notifications for specific categories or in this general area. As you can see, I'm already following right here this page, but I'm going to show you how to do a follow. So let's go into general questions. And right here, this button is white, but if I click on it, it turns blue, so I know I'm following it. And there are different ways you can get the notifications. So we have the bell icon, which is actually coincides with this bell up here. So you can ask it to notify you of new comments, new posts, or new events. This tray means that you will get an email to the email account that is associated with your Family Search account. So then you would just click on those if you want to get an email. And that's how you would do follow. If you don't want to follow anymore, all you have to do is click on it and unfollow, and then you're no longer following that. Another thing I wanted to point out is these little ribbons here on the side. These are bookmarks. So let's say I'm interested in one of these posts. So Connecticut Naturalization Records. Maybe I'm interested in that. I'm going to click on it to open up the post and go to the top. So I'm going to read through. It's got a link here, which maybe I want to refer back to. Another link there. So this would be interesting to me. So if it's interesting to me and I want to refer back to it or read it later, then I'm going to bookmark it. So after you've bookmarked it, the way to find those bookmarks is over here under Quick Links. We're going to click My Bookmarks. And then right here are all of the things that I have bookmarked. So I can go back and read them. I can make a comment. I can find the links that were in that post. That's a really great way to get back to something that you find interesting, is to bookmark it. Okay, let's get back to Ask a Question by clicking on the top tab. All right, so next I'm going to go over the steps on how to ask a question. These steps will work for any of the categories within Ask a Question. So let's say that I have a question about World War II records. Since it's records, I'm going to go to search. And see, now I'm going to click over here. We have this blue button on the right side called Ask a Question. So I'm going to click Ask a Question. And here is the form that I'm going to fill out. So on this top box, you're going to want to type just kind of a short description or the subject. So I'm going to type World War II. Oh, I really can type. So World War II is going to be a subject of my question. And then here I'm going to do a more detailed question. So I know my grandfather served in World War II in the Navy, but I am unsure where he, let's see, doing a webinar makes you nervous and you make typing mistakes. So where he served, what records are available to search. Okay, so that is my question. As you can see right here, you can add an emoji for fun. You can also add a screenshot from your computer. This one will allow you to add media. And then this one right here allows you to attach a document or something. So you can attach, if you have a picture or you have a document you have a question about, you can attach that document into the question. Okay, and as we talked about the popular tags, here we're going to add a tag to make this searchable. So I'm going to search for, military document. There it is. There's military records. So I want people that maybe they also have questions about World War II. They're going to search military records, and maybe an answer to my question will help them. If you're not sure what tag to include, you can click on this. You can either try typing it in. If nothing pops up, you can try the show popular tags. So here are some tags that are kind of popular. Ones that I would that I might add would be, let's see, record searching would be one. Let's see, historical records, that would fit. Yeah, so there's a bunch here. I think that should be good. So if I feel like I'm ready to post this question, then I'm going to click on this blue button right here that says ask a question. If I'm not quite sure, or if I want to include a document, if I'm not quite ready to post, then I'm going to do save draft. So right now, because I don't want to ask this question, I'm actually going to save this draft. And then I will show you where we can find it again. If you're like, I don't want to ask the question, cancel it. It'll take the question away. So we saved this draft. So in a couple days, if I'm ready to post that, here on the community homepage, you'll notice this link called My Drafts. And if you see, I have a 1 there. So I'm going to click on that. And there's my question. So now I have more information. I can click on the title. It will open up my question. I can add to it. I can include a document. I can change whatever I want. And then I will just click post discussion. And then that will post my discussion within that search, the record search, ask a question area. So that is how you would ask a question. So let's go back to the community homepage. All right, so community news. This is a really great place to learn about new things that are happening on Family Search. So check back here frequently, or as we discussed earlier, you can actually follow this page, and then you will get notifications when new posts are posted on this page. Let's see, as we discussed, we've got ways to sort, where you can do the trending, which is most recently viewed, top, which are the ones that have the most views, or the new ones. So this one is the new one, the newest one, which was on April 7th. And if I wanted to read about this, I'm going to click on the title, and it will open up the post for me. And this is talking about how they're switching from indexing to the Get Involved, which is really fun. Get Involved is great. If you want to do something, you can do like a 10-minute thing. I've really enjoyed Get Involved. As you can see, this one, sometimes they will have comments open. This one actually has, the comments have been closed, so they don't want any comments on this. Sometimes they will ask for comments on the news articles. So awesome. That is the community news, which you can get to from this top tab also. Let's go back to the home. Okay, next we have groups. So this is where the connection is going to really be relevant, is joining groups. Groups are message boards that are for specific geographical areas or subjects. And just a reminder that you will need to be signed in to be able to join a group or to participate in a discussion. So when we arrive at the groups area, you'll see we have 4 different tabs right here. We have all groups, we have my groups, we have research groups, and we have Family Search sponsored groups. So we're going to start over here at the Family Search sponsored groups. So the Family Search sponsored groups, these are various groups and initiatives to help individuals with their family history research. So these groups include area-specific groups. So we have Africa, we have Asia, we have British Isles, we have Czechia research. There are also groups where you can learn and share ideas. So we have this one, which is genealogical events and organizations. So you can find events maybe there. And well, this one up here, which I think would be fun if you are in charge of a youth group, is engaging youth in the family history. We also have a group here for genetic and DNA genealogy. And then one that I thought was kind of fun all the way down here was we have preserving and sharing ancestor treasures. So if you have something you don't know what to do with it or how to preserve it, this would be a really great group to join and ask questions. Okay, there's a lot of groups, so look through here and see if one's interesting to you. Okay, we're going to scroll to the top, and now we're going to go into the research groups. This is specific to ancestral research. So here you can see that you can filter it by a language. You can filter by a region. Or, I'm not sure if this is working, location. They haven't added any locations, so maybe they're still working on that. And then you can clear those. So if I put in like Chinese and Europe, oh, nothing found, I'm going to clear it and it'll get me back. You can also search if you don't want to scroll through the whole list. So we're going to do search. And is there anybody that would like me to search a group for like geographic region? If you want to pop it in the comments. Is there a specific area you would like to see if there's a group that would be associated with it? Oh, we want to do, so Louisiana would probably be under, so they're not going to have any state specific research. You would probably want to come all the way down. I believe there's a US, yeah, United States. We have federal records, we have United States military records. So you would want to do one of those. Or just, yeah. So there's not really any by specific states. It would be more like country. Okay, we have one for Australia. Yep, there are no groups for Australia. But maybe, let's see. Yeah, I'm not a region. So sorry. Poland. Ah, there we have one. There's one for Poland. Great, and here's the Poland group. And here's your join button right here. We'll get into how to join a little bit later. Awesome. Thank you for that. We're going to go back into groups from this upper tab. So I'm going to kind of go into a group that I've joined, this Austro-Hungarian Empire Research. I do have an ancestor from Hungary. So let's kind of go over the different sections that you can find in these groups. Right here, you can see these links with the blue words. These are going to take you to the Family Search wiki page for these areas where you can find lots of different information about searching in these areas. Here we have information that says that you have to join the group to post questions and to participate in discussions. Here it says that if you are posting a question that's requesting translation, please start your discussion with translation requests so that they know that you're looking for a translation. Here they have a link for further webinars. We have a lot of webinars. So if you want to find more webinars, more classes, this is a great link to go. Here they have some other links for Hungarian and Austria genealogy. They also have a link to the virtual consultations that we talked about. They even have one here for Google Translate. So that's really great information if you're researching in that area. They have a section for announcements. Here it says that they're welcoming new members to the group. Here is the section for posts. This is where you can post a question or read an answer and maybe answer someone else's questions. And we'll learn how to ask questions a little bit later in a group. And at the very bottom here, we have upcoming events. So there are no upcoming events. It looks like you can add event if you find one that's going to work for this area. And then here we have the members of this group. So scroll back to the top. Oh, we're going to go back to groups using this top tab. Okay, all groups is, this includes all the groups from the Family Search sponsored groups, from those research groups, and it does have some extra groups that are based on Family Search products and experiments that are found in the Family Search labs. So we have groups. You can see here some of these groups will be in the different ones. They are going to be the same group. So we have groups here for AI Enhanced Help Center. So if you're using any of our AI enhanced features on Family Search, you can give feedback or ask questions right here. We have Archives Matter. This is a group for those that are working with archives. If we keep scrolling down, we're going to find the CET feedback. CET is an experiment that you can find within the Family Search labs. So this is where you can give feedback for that or ask questions. If we keep going down, we have one for the data quality score feedback if you're using that feature on your tree. So then there's one down here, Family Search affiliate libraries. So this is for people either working in libraries or asking about affiliate libraries. This would be a great group to join. And then one of my favorites, keep scrolling down, right here we have feedback for the full text search. If you haven't used full text search, go into the Family Search labs and look for that. This is a really great feature that you will find amazing records, super easy to use. So join that, learn about it. It's amazing. So we're going to scroll all the way to the top again. And we're going to click on My Groups. So My Groups, I kind of got into this before, is going to list all the groups that you have joined. So let's join a group so that you guys can see how easy it is to join a group. So we're going to, first of all, we need to find groups. So we're going to go to All Groups. And one that I would be interested in is both of my husband's ancestry on both sides of his family came from Germany. So I'm going to see if there's a German group, and there is. So we're going to click on the German group. And here we have all that information about this group that you would want to read through. And if you look over here, sorry, my screen's a little, we have this join button. So then I'll just want to click join. Am I sure I want to join it? Yeah, I am. So I'm going to click OK. So now you can see I am part of this group because now I have a follow button. So if you join a group, you definitely want to follow. So I'm going to follow it and I want to get notifications. If you want to unfollow the group, all you have to do is click on following again and just unfollow that group. So it's pretty easy. Let's see. Sorry, got a little lost in my script here. Give me a minute. Okay, so here we go. If you want to, now we're going to talk about posting a question. So if you want to do a post or ask a question or anything, you'll have this button. Once you follow it, you'll see this new discussion button. If you click on this arrow down, then you'll be able to choose what kind of discussion that you would like to post. So you can do a new discussion, you can ask a question, you can make a poll, or you can even add a new event. So that's how you would ask a question. If you want to comment, so that's a question about this record. So if you click into the post, it'll open up the whole post for you. And if you feel like you have an answer for this question or you want to leave a comment, then you can type in this box and then just post your comment. So that's how you will ask a question or comment within a group. Sweet. So that is our Family Search community. I would really like to know, if you want to put in the post, what groups do you think you will be joining? Or how do you think the community will help you with your family history journey? So drop your thoughts in the comments. Thanks for joining me. I hope you've enjoyed this walkthrough. I know I learned a lot by putting this webinar together. And that is it. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments.
Thank you so much, Chandra. We did have a few questions that I think we can address at this time.
Okay. Oh.
Will this community resource be available as a mobile app?
Ooh, that is a good question. I don't know if Community is a mobile app. Jana-Lee, do you know?
Let's bring
Ask
Jana-Lee on.
in. She's the expert.
She's here, but she's muted.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
That's okay.
Sorry, guys. I had to get my camera on. Community is not a mobile app by itself. It is not yet. I don't know if that's in the making, but it is not yet. You can access it from your cell phone by going to the internet, but it is not a mobile app.
Awesome. Thank
Great
you.
suggestion. We'll keep you guys updated if that ever changes. Okay, and then Brian asked earlier on, can you explain the DNA part, please? And I was trying to figure out where it was, but maybe you'll know, Chandra.
The DNA part, so like joining the DNA group. So if you go to groups, can you still see my page? Awesome.
I will bring it up.
Yeah, so then I would just go to groups and just search DNA. So we have this genetic and DNA genealogy research group. Is that what you're wanting?
And Brian, if you're still watching, if you can clarify, but I believe that was when he asked the question.
Yeah, so it's just in the groups. If you had a question, maybe you could go to ask a question, and I would probably put that in the general questions because we don't have a specific subcategory for DNA. I would probably put that in general questions. And then there will be people that can guide you to resources or answer that question. But yeah, that's how I would, if I had a question about DNA, that's where I would go.
Wonderful. And then Tina asked early on, and is that where we post a family name? I'm thinking that she was asking where you post a family name. So if we could review that.
Not sure what you're meaning by a family name.
Like a surname?
Yeah, so I know there are some groups here, like right here we have like an Ansley family genealogy. I did ask, and I think there was a time where you could like create your own groups, but right now they're not allowing that. But if you're, maybe they're talking about if they had a family group name, yeah, not really sure. I would just ask a question, general questions, or in the search. Maybe that's what they're looking for. So
yeah, I think that's a great
suggestion. Yeah. But there are some groups that do have some specific, but like I said, right now I asked, and they're not allowing people to create their own groups, but there are a few that have families. So maybe if you search family. Yeah, so if you search family, here's a couple of like groups that would have family, and you could probably find one. Maybe if it's a Danish last name, you could do it in the Danish group. So look for maybe the region they came from. Then you could post that name in there.
Awesome. I love that. Another quick question for those maybe watching new. I missed how to join the group. Please help me. How do you access all of this? And yeah, Barbara, thank you for that question.
Yeah. So if you are on the, I'm going to start here. It's easiest. If you're on the familysearch.org, you can get to community by the question mark, and then down here to community. And then if you want to join a group, we have a tab up here for groups, or you can click this tile right here to go to our groups. If there's a group you want to join, say if I don't have African ancestry, but we're going to click on it. And then right here, there's a button right here where you can join that group. So it's that easy. Everything's completely free, super easy to join and ask questions.
Wonderful. Well, and those are all the questions that we have live. Chandra, thank you again so much. And for those watching, thank you for your questions. If you have questions and you're watching the replay, please continue to ask them. We are monitoring our social comments and we'll make sure you get answers to those questions.
Awesome.
So yes, thank you again. Everyone have a great day, and we will see you for our webinar next week.
All right. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye, guys.